Hey everyone, Senrai here. Today I'm going to be watching the 21st episode of Sousou no Frieren. Last episode I think we ended up on about to jump into a fight, like the encounter, bit of setup, bit of hyping it up. In this episode we should be getting it, so fingers crossed that that's actually what it looks like it's going to be. An epic fight involving our girl Frieren, so let's jump on in and find out. 3, 2, 1, play. My voice sounds a bit off. Hopefully it's fine. Okay, flashback is what we're starting with. Our lovely flame, her. Ah, there's the important elf girl. Yeah, just copy what she does, you'll be fine. Opening, opening. Okay, it seems like it could be some important stuff there. Frieren, Beyond Journey's End. And that core just will not cooperate. Yeah, the core's trying to push a button that would pause the recording, and that would not be a good thing. And you, Bill? Further and further away. The world of magic. Yeah, here we go. Back to where we left off. Not even phased. She's so cool. Yeah, everyone's gonna see that. Almost like a beacon. Like I know where the action is, so I know where not to go. I mean, that sounds like a matter of opinion, but fair enough. She can't leave her throne. You can't have her. Yeah, what's she gonna say? Because yeah, I was about to say free run's also kind of about the searching. Yeah, there's a reason why they're showing this flashback now. The connection, the parallel. Not everyone has to have a burning ambition. She will. Getting called out. Take someone special. And Frieren's all about the peace, the chill. And they are all three very beautiful, aren't they? Just a side comment. I think she made a new friend. That's the overall takeaway here. But yeah, meanwhile, our amazing duo, amazing new duo. See how they're holding out. Neff tier. This might be a rough one, but I believe in you. Yeah, they got that bond. She knows what to do, when to do it, without being told. Relatively, it can kill you, but probably not. Oof. Now we're getting fancy with the camera now. This is just this is just an earthbending versus waterbending fight. Let's be honest. You would think. Probably. Oh yay, lectures. Those are always fun. Keep it simple. I think so. Oof. That could have been worse. Yeah, this is not going well. Did you do the classic sleeve grab thing? Or just getting up? She has her own science lesson for you. She's saying she's gonna freeze the water in his body. Yeah, he's no fun. Damn man. Are you afraid of two little girls? Yeah, how are things going over there? The real fight. Yeah, I mean she's not gonna run out before you do, that's for sure. So battle of attrition is not about a viable strategy for him. Lame tornado. I think he's just showing off, trying to be flashy. Yeah, that's a beacon. In case you missed the earth shattering stuff. And that's fascinating anyway. Well, it's not very helpful. There's always someone better, man. That's one thing you gotta learn in life. Some people just don't, go for the attention, so they're not well known. But never assume anyone's the best at anything, as a general rule. Because everybody wants the glory. Oh, she closed the distance. Point blank. Bam. The more cool camera work. So how'd you like that one, old man? Of course, it's a short fight. It's always a short fight in this show, I swear. In other words, he got wrecked. I know you know. Well, I'm not in your position, luckily. Just kick him. Oh, wow, okay. Man, he's so lucky. Ah, she is close by, which makes sense, all things considered. You don't know that for sure. More importantly, she doesn't know that for sure. Does she? I don't think she ever underestimates anyone, does she? Like a shark with blood. Blood in the water. Yeah, you thought you could do it, but there was no chance. But, I mean, she had to try, I guess. Yeah, you'd be surprised what you can live through, in the words of Jafar. More story time. Damn demons, scum of the earth. Uh, he wouldn't dare. Yeah. Con and Luina, thank you for reminding me of their names. Well, the next year only said one name, but the subs filled in the other one. They're back on their feet, so it's not over yet. And Frieren has faith in them. Oof. More ice. More rock. It's kind of this fight in a nutshell, really. Oof. Well, you better think of something. Like, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't kill off my girls, but still getting a little bit nervous. Is she gonna attack him from here? Because that'd be pretty cool. Man, they really do have the best vantage point for this whole fight. Is she going? I was gonna say, is she going for the barrier itself? Okay. No, she's destroying the barrier itself. There's no attempting there. The legendary Frieren. And let in the rain, which means let in the water, which means she's got a chance. The five brain play, 200 IQ play. I got chills. Frieren is the best. She remembers her. I got so many chills right now. Is it ever gonna end soon? Oh no, we actually have a bit left. For the water. Try to keep up. I mean, that's my interpretation. I could always be wrong, but they mentioned water earlier. We got water now. That's my 2+2 right there. And I'm pretty sure I'm right. Want to fight a waterbender now? I was about to say, that might not be the smartest idea to touch the water right now. Yeah, the tires are turning now. Pun intended. Yeah, this is what I want to see. Yeah, you like high volume? I can do high volume. Smash. That would suck. Just shattered like it was nothing. Hydro pump. Super effective. Frieren knows when to leave. They unfortunately they could not. They win, they just sit down like they've been sitting there for hours, yeah. Like nothing happened. That's the key to concealing your mana. Don't have any to begin with. No, then, it's just so cute. Well, how'd that fight go for you guys? You were so cocky before, especially Richter, whatever the heck his name was. Being very condescending, but... and they're just still stuck to a tree. I mean, makes sense, you know? Like if you're handcuffed to something and you can't break the handcuffed, break the something, you know? uh, cry? Complain the world's unfair? I mean, we already had one party that was, not doing very well, but I think they were able to get back up, get back in there. Ooh, a wet Bell. That's right, shake the hair like a dog. I do want that fight. Bell versus Frieren. I want it. Yeah, she got you all wet. None of your business. Don't answer her. She's got the good stuff. I didn't think she would be the shy type. I mean, I honestly just love to see those clothes personally. It's great though. Everyone now has to deal with the rank of the Frieren. Yeah, coping is rough, but they're definitely the best chance I got. Yeah, pride and all that. Yeah, life would definitely be easier if everyone operated by pure logic, but they don't. Yes. That's why we're going to use strategy. We're not going to fight. It's like, I'll take you on. Just let me set my bird down. Oh, okay. It's like, act like you got a pair. Okay, that was option B, yeah. I was a fool. Of course, you're just going to settle it with our fists. Why would I expect anything else? She's sitting on her again. Gotta love all the face sitting they do. Yeah, how'd that fight go exactly? I mean, don't move your butt. Don't. 6 parties. It's like we get to see each other again. We both passed. So happy. That's what Farron is thinking right now. Time just keeps moving forward. As we just transition into the ED, but yeah, like Stark, he doesn't got a lot to do. He's it's part of the problem with being the odd man out. The only non-mage in the group is you sometimes don't get to participate in certain activities. But we can talk more about that during the discussion period. Good night, yeah. There are some interesting lines in this preview. Tekidoshi, future enemies. Sugikata wa Tekidoshi. It's gotta be referring to Frieren and Frieren, right? Like, I mean, they were kind of enemies in this round as well, but they didn't really collide at all. But the second round definitely could be different. Like, I don't think I don't think they said what we're doing for the second round, but I mean, at some point there's got to be some kind of just like standard, what's the best way to like tournament arc, like two teams or two individuals like straight up dueling. Like, there's got to be some of that, like no gimmicks, just straight up fighting at some point in this test, right? That could be the next thing, but we'll see. We'll see. But at some point, like Farron and Frieren are gonna cross stabs, right? But anyway, back to the episode itself. We got a little bit of flashback stuff early on with Frieren, Flamme, and our wonderful blonde important elf girl, whose name I don't remember. There's a lot of names in the show. I don't remember half of them, but you know who I'm talking about. So we had that. I was a little bit curious exactly why we had that right there, but then it made sense when we got the line from Denkin about, his philosophy on magic and all that, and that was a chance to kind of showcase that Frieren is on the same page, right? They can be buddies, so it was cool to see that, right? Frieren making it clear that she is like a mage of peace, right? She can do what they cannot, right? Defeat the Demon King and bring about an age of peace and live a nice chill life. And yeah, pretty much did that. But so that was a cool little scene to get in the beginning. We got to see our new girls fighting, right? Things didn't go super well for a little bit, but Frieren kind of coming in clutch, allowing the water to bask that battlefield by doing the simple task of shattering the barrier that was specifically meant to keep mages in, right? Like an anti-magic barrier, essentially, right? Anti-mage barrier. A mage still broke it. That's how good she is. So that was great to watch for sure. Because I thought she was gonna do some kind of like long range bombardment, attack him. No, she attacked the barrier. So that was a cool little event there. And like I said, it affects everyone. Rain, it's not an isolated thing. Everyone gets a little bit of water. Ubel was particularly salty and butthurt about that. So I enjoyed that little element of the episode for sure. But just in general, seeing our childhood friend duo fighting is a treat. They obviously know each other very well. They work well with each other. Always great to watch. But as far as the fighting stuff itself, there's really not much to say. Usually, like I said, fights in the show are usually very short. Like what they do show usually looks pretty good, but it's just they are pretty short, sadly. But Frieren, not messing around, was able to get the bird, more importantly, able to get the girl to come out from hiding to get the bird from her. So just kind of just nabbed her, right? Frieren gets things done. Like you can't deny that. So kind of wrapped up things there with getting the bird, securing their victory in that round, and we saw a little bit of other people getting things done as well, so they could advance. And now we just have to kind of wait for the second round and see exactly what what comes of it, right? I do like the little bits of comedy that's kind of sprinkled throughout the episode. A lot of it's kind of subtle here and there, but I do enjoy it. I had a little bit of a see-through clothes gag with Yubel, which, like I said, I'm a little bit surprised she was, so wary of that. Like, how exactly did Farron phrase that? Well, I'll watch that part again real quick. Because she has a spell she can use. I have a spell that lets you see through clothes. And then immediately, next time we see her, she is deep in the cave, scrunched up. She says see through clothes. Like, I wonder if she means like it's a personal buff to Farron, so she can see through everyone's clothes, or a spell that you cast on one person, and then everyone can see through that person's clothes, right? Because if it's just a thing where Farron uses it and she's the only one that can see her through the clothes, they're both girls. There's really not that much to be embarrassed about, right? So in that case, I think it would definitely be an overreaction. Either way, not what I was expecting. Like, you know, maybe it's a bit indicative. Is that the word I'm looking for? Of just how much I like jump to conclusions involving her character, right? But what I imagined was her being like, what's the best way to phrase this? like go ahead, take a peek. I got nothing to hide. I have confidence in myself. Something along those lines, right? Was more what I was leaning towards. Maybe not exactly that, but definitely did not expect what I got. So surprisingly cute reaction, I guess I could overall describe that as. But yeah, I feel like I really should try to keep a somewhat open mind to her character because I do feel like I may have a little bit too uh compartmentalize her. Like well, I'm not sure the best word for what I'm trying to say is, but hopefully you get what I mean. Like I should try to be a bit more open-minded on her character, but she needs a bit more focus for that, I think. Because right, so far the most focus we've gotten is her introduction scene and fighting the one dude, right? But I think we could use a little bit more. But she's definitely an entertaining character, pretty much always, every time she's on screen, so I would love to get more of her. And then we kind of just saw Stark, right? It's been 2 days since I left for the exam. Frieren isn't around to get mad at me. He's all sad. Because like I said in the, talked a little bit about it during in the ED, but I try not to talk too much in the ED because I assume people will skip it, so I don't want them to miss that. But basically, yeah, this idea that it's a mage only thing, so only the mage went to go do it, and now he's just kind of left sad and alone, right? And that is kind of reality, right? Different people, different classes, different factions, different races, they will have their pros and cons, very much D&D, Dungeons and Dragons sort of stuff, right? Like certain games, if you play as a human character, things are pretty relaxed, but if you play as like a specific, type of a race, you might experience racism in certain areas you go to, right? So just inherently, depending on what kind of character you will have pros and cons, but more and more, especially in the West, they're kind of trying to get rid of that, like sand off the edges, try to make everyone the same, right? Make everything bland and boring and safe, right? Well, the thing that comes to mind every time I think about this concept is World of Warcraft, because I played that game back in 2004, back when it first came out, right? I remember, being like level 56 or whatever, like, but when the expansion came out, I'd been really salty that I wasn't able to get the max level before the expansion came out. Because at the time, I didn't have my own computer. I played my dad's computer, my dad's account. I was a teenager, young teen at the time. Like, we're talking like 14. So I could only play when I could play. I had to go to school and stuff. So I didn't really have time to level up that much. But anyway, getting off track. Um, World of Warcraft now, like, I played a little bit of retail like a year or so ago after not playing it for several years, not since like early Cataclysm, I think is when I stopped playing. But they changed a lot of the classes and how they work. Like warriors, one of the big downsides of that class was that they couldn't heal themselves. But they were tough. They could output a lot of damage. They could take a lot of damage, but they couldn't heal. It was just an inherent drawback of the class, right? But I guess warriors complain like, "Hey, I want to be able to heal too." So now I think they have some kind of heal ability, and they've kind of done that with all the classes. I think where they can all do some of everything. So they're just kind of all like the same thing, just different animations. Essentially, it's maybe a bit of an exaggeration, but that's the thing. Like just trying to make it where every class feels like they're not missing out on something, right? And by doing that, you just make it all the same, all bland, all boring, and it's mostly a Western thing, but Western culture is affecting the Japan side of things more and more, sadly. But for the most part, it hasn't been thoroughly corrupted. But this is a good example of that. Like mages, they can do something because they're mages. Be in this test, he's not a mage, he cannot do it. He gets left out. It's unfair, and it's you could look at it that way, but that is reality, and that's fine, right? And that's just how it is. I just want to go on a little bit of a tangent about that. So I know that was barely related to anything here, but it was on my mind, so I wanted to get it out. So that's that. So, but yeah, the mage exam stuff has been pretty exciting. I'm glad to see such as like a focused, exciting arc, and I just kind of want to see how things progress, right? Want to see what they do with Yubel. Want to see if we do get some real clashing between Frieren and Frieren, pupil and master going at it. Getting to showcase to Frieren very, very directly how much she has grown and improved over time. So there's a lot of potential cool things we could see in this arc that I look forward to. So So yeah, thank you for watching and hope to see you in the next video. Until then, bye bye.